Good afternoon, Cross Timbers. Today is Tuesday, April 3rd, 2018, and I am Callie Smith. Thank you for tuning in to our Texan TV newscast. In campus news, Tarleton Media Relations reported that Dinner in the Stacks at Tarleton State University's Dick Smith Library will take place Saturday, April 14th. Hosted by the Friends of the Dick Smith Library, the dinner features author Elaine Fields Smith, who will share from her book, Ridin', Ropin', and Jumpin' Over Cars, the biography of Virginia Rager, a true rodeo star. Rager, now in her 90s, will attend the event. Based on decades of memorabilia and photographs, the book is a unique biography. Using newspaper clippings, rodeo programs, letters, and photos, it covers Rager's life in rodeo. Tickets for Dinner in the Stacks are available online or at the Dick Smith Library. Deadline to purchase tickets is noon Wednesday, April 11th. In local news, the Empire Tribune's Sarah Vandenberg reports that Cross Timbers Family Services is gearing up for its 10th annual Better Beginnings benefits. This benefit raises money to provide assistance to families across the Cross Timbers area who have fallen victim to violent crime. This year's event, themed Havana Nights, will celebrate its 10-year anniversary with a few changes. We have moved it outdoors this year to give it more of a Havana Nights flair, said Jody Lucero, Executive Director of CTFS. When we started having this event 10 years ago, we did it because we had lost some funding unexpectedly and needed a big fundraiser. We're celebrating the fact that the community has embraced our agency in this wonderful event for the past 10 years, and we are so thankful. The event begins at 7 p.m. Saturday, May 19th at the Inn at Hardaway Ranch. There will be heavy Cuban-inspired appetizers and desserts, salsa dancing, and a live auction and raffle. And now today's Texas national and international news from the Associated Press. In Texas news, a Texas woman was sentenced to 5 years in prison for voting in the 2016 presidential election when she was ineligible because she was on probation. Crystal Mason, 43, will appeal the punishment handed down this past week in Fort Worth, according to her attorney. She testified that she didn't know people convicted of felonies can't vote until they complete their sentence. The Fort Worth Star-Telegram reported she told the newspaper last year, following her indictment, that she had gone to vote at her mother's encouragement and wasn't told when released from federal prison that she couldn't legally cast a ballot. Mason's illegal voting case was prosecuted in Tarrant County, the same place where a Mexican national last year was sentenced to 8 years in prison over illegal voting. Voting illegally in Texas is a second-degree felony punishable up to 20 years in prison. In national news, a 13-year-old boy was miraculously rescued Monday after falling into a river of sewage in Los Angeles, getting swept away and spending more than 12 hours in the city's toxic maze-like underground sewer system. Jesse Hernandez had been playing with other children on a wooden plank over an access portal to the sewer system during a family outing Sunday at a Los Angeles park. When a plank broke, Jesse fell about 25 feet and landed in fast-moving sewage, said Brian Humphrey, a spokesman for the Los Angeles Fire Department. Rescuers finally found Jesse after seeing images of handprints on a sewage pipe. A sanitation crew rushed to the area and opened a manhole. The boy later told KNBC-TV that he was tired and a bit scraped up, but otherwise okay. About 2,400 feet of pipe had been inspected when rescuers found Jesse less than a mile from where he disappeared. In international news, the United States imposed a tax on Chinese steel and aluminum. Then China counterpunched Monday with tariffs on a host of U.S. products, including apples, pork, and ginseng. On Wall Street, the stock market buckled on the prospect of an all-out trade war between the world's two biggest economies. But it hasn't come to that yet, not yet anyway. But the dispute could escalate, and quickly. Already in a separate move, the United States is drawing up a list of about $50 billion in Chinese imports to tax in an effort to punish Beijing for stealing American technology or forcing U.S. companies to hand over trade secrets. China could respond by targeting American commercial interests uniquely dependent on the Chinese market. The aircraft giant Boeing, for example, and soybean farmers. For more of today's national and international news, we turn to the AP News Minute.
This is AP News Minute. Many schools in Oklahoma remain closed for a second day as teachers continue to rally for higher pay and education funding. It's part of a rebellion hitting red states and could be a hot-button issue in midterm elections. Kentucky teachers are already protesting, and Arizona educators may soon follow. Asia's stocks fell following the overnight steep loss in the US as investors responded to trade tensions between the United States and China. On Monday, the Dow Jones Industrial Average fell as much as 758 points, although major indexes regained some of their losses later in the afternoon. Mourners are paying tribute to Nelson Mandela's ex-wife, Winnie Madikizela Mandela, in Soweto after hearing of her death. Madikizela Mandela had back surgery a year ago and had been in and out of hospital since the start of the year, according to her family. And in the NCAA tournament, Villanova has its second national championship in just 3 years, after a 79-62 victory over Michigan. Tracy Brown, Associated Press, with AP News Minute.
In sports from AP, or reported by students at Villanova University, are gearing up to welcome home their men's basketball team, who are returning with their second NCAA championship in 3 years. A school spokesman says the team is set to arrive at Philadelphia's airport around 4:45 p.m. Tuesday, and the Wildcats will make their way to celebration at the university's football stadium that starts at 6 p.m. Classes have been canceled as part of the festivities. Villanova defeated Michigan 79-62 in Monday's title game in San Antonio, setting off a raucous celebration on and around the suburban Philadelphia campus as soon as the game ended. Fans streamed into the streets cheering and chanting. Police reported 2 arrests following the partying. News video showed a small bonfire being set in the street and some students trying to jump over the flames. For today's weather, partly sunny with a high near 78. Tonight, mostly clear with a low around 39. This has been a production of Texan TV News, a product of the Texan News Service from the Tarleton State University campus in Stephenville, Texas. Watch us live on Apogee Channel 2.1 in the dorms at 12:30 weekdays. If you live off campus, tune in on Northland Cable Channel 9. You can follow the Texan News Service on Facebook and Twitter, and check out our website at www.texannews.net for all of your latest local, state, national, and international news. Today's broadcast was produced by DeAndre Hogg, Brianna McCarty, Callie Smith, Joel Leach, and Caitlin Rivera. Have a wonderful day, Texans.